Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 6 starts now.
Hundreds of parakeets dropped off at a local rescue just before Christmas, where they all came from and how other shelters are now working together to get them new homes.
And a snowy start to the work week. Paul is tracking 2 more storm chances later this week.
But we're going to begin with new video from the January 6th insurrection at the U.S. Capitol, with a Michigan man at the center of it all. The new 3-hour video is the longest yet that's been released by the Justice Department.
And it shows some of the most violent confrontations between Capitol Police and the crowd. Our Grant Herms is live with the Michigan connection. Good evening, Grant.
Good evening. This video is hard to watch, and it's a reminder of just how violent and dangerous January 6th was. And as Jason said, at the center of it all, a man from Michigan. Newly released video of one of the most violent parts of the January 6th insurrection. Police clashing with rioters in the Lower West Terrace. Seen clearly in the nearly 3-hour-long video is Trevor Brown of Novi, seen here in a backwards-turned white and black baseball cap. Brown seen coming just a few rows before the line of police looking over stolen riot shields. He then begins to shout into a bullhorn as one of the most violent incidents of that day occurs in what investigators have dubbed the heave-ho. It's the same incident Brown allegedly makes reference to in an Instagram post, seeming to admit he was coordinating the shoving. It's during this that an officer would be nearly crushed to death. Then, just a few minutes later, Brown seen motioning for another shield. And according to the FBI, he's the one holding one of 2 shields to help other rioters drop down and begin stomping and kicking officers inside the tunnel. The faces are hard to make out, many wearing military-style sunglasses, hats, helmets, and masks. But also in the crowd just outside were the others of the 12 men from Michigan charged or convicted so far in the insurrection, like Anthony Puma, who authorities say scaled the same wall just outside the tunnel and entered the Capitol through a window. Another frightening look at an assault now nearing its 1st anniversary. And Brown is accused of breaking 5 federal laws, including violent entry of the Capitol that day. He has been released on his own recognizance by a judge and is due back in court in late January. In Canton, Grant Herms, Local 4.
All right, Grant. Well, we missed out on the white Christmas, but the next best thing, we had a nice icy Monday morning.
Yeah, that's right. Either you were shoveling or putting out the salt, Paul, and now you're even tracking more snow on the way.
Yep, I shoveled this morning, and it was a wet snow, so it was a heavy one. But right now, we've risen above freezing, so some of that has melted, and if you shoveled like I did, it's just wet out on your driveway. But fog is the big story right now. We're down to a 1/4 mile now in Detroit, 1/2 mile in Howell, a 1/4 mile in Pontiac, but that's good news because Pontiac last hour was 1/8 of a mile. So actually that's good. We're up to a 1/4 mile. That's still dense fog. And Adrian, for some reason, is at 9 miles right now. So a lot of thick fog across the area. Now, Storm Tracker 4 shows that we are high and dry, a little bit of snow going across the UP, nothing of any consequence. And the last vestiges of that system that came through this morning now pushing well off to the east there. So basically, we've entered a kind of an interlude, if you will, between storms. So this evening, we got the fog, and then there's going to be some drizzle. When you have dense fog, you're going to have some drizzle, and temperatures are just going to very slowly fall because of the clouds and the fog, but we'll get a little bit of thinning of the cloud cover as we get into the middle part of the night, but then we're going to cloud back up for tomorrow morning. So coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about storm number 2, which is tomorrow. We're going to get some accumulating snow from that, and then we have more to come during the week. So we'll talk about all of that in just a few minutes, guys.
All right, thank you, Paul. We're getting a look at new COVID numbers from the state as people rush to get tested after the holidays.
But first, the CDC recommended today shortening the isolation period for those with COVID from 10 days to 5. The CDC says this guidance aligns with evidence that people with the virus are most contagious in the 2 days before and the 3 days after symptoms develop. Meantime, Michigan reports 32,957 new cases over the last 5 days. In that time, we've lost another 274 lives to the virus. Also, at-home rapid tests are flying off store shelves as people overrun testing sites due to a surge in the highly contagious Omicron variant. And it's not just Michigan dealing with a surge in cases. States across the country are reporting new infections that are fueled by the new variant. A big reason why so many flights have been canceled the past few days.
Yeah, this has been a huge problem. Airlines are still scrambling to normalize flight schedules as they manage staffing shortages. Megan Woods is live at Metro Airport with a look at the current situation at the airport. Hey, Megan.
Hey, anger, frustration, exhaustion, and stress are some of the emotions that people here at the airport are going through right now. We asked one woman to describe her travel experience today, and she said terrible.
Just waiting.
That woman is Jean Williams. She's here from Fort Lauderdale. Her Delta flight coming here, no problem, but her flight to head back home is now delayed. Williams is here visiting family along with her mother, except her mom went with the Spirit flight.
Hers was canceled, so she's stranded here by herself in the Spirit terminal right now. Ours is delayed, probably to be canceled or is way overbooked because they're looking for volunteers. So that's kind of where we are. We've already turned in our rental car, and so we're hoping that we get out at least and that they do something right by her at Spirit.
And again, Jean Williams, she's not the only one that's going through this. While we've been here, we've seen quite a few people go in and out of the hotel trying to get a room. We've seen people looking at the flight board, on the phone, pacing back and forth, trying to figure out, how they can get a ride or just what's next. Back to you guys.
All right, Megan, we appreciate it. Coming up next on NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt, there is a national crisis right now when it comes to testing. They will be looking into the frustrations as Americans try to find out if they have COVID and what's being done about it. Plus, the dramatic rise in COVID cases created a Christmas nightmare for airlines and travelers, as we just alluded to. That's coming up at 6:30.
We're learning more about the circumstances surrounding a murder-suicide in Troy. It happened early this morning at a home in the 1800 block of Lark, which is near Wattles and Coolidge. Police say 23-year-old twins were in the basement of this home. There was an argument. One shot the other, killing him. Now, the father woke up and started making his way toward the basement. That's when the other twin shot him twice. Then the shooter grabbed the family dog, put it in the back of an SUV, shot the dog, and then started driving away from the home. Police think that's when he shot and killed himself, which is why this SUV crashed into a tree a block away from their home.
My God, half the whole family's almost gone. I mean, I don't know why they got in a fight. We never heard of the boys fighting and anything like that, but as time goes on, I guess they get older and we don't know what's transpiring.
The mother was home during all of this. Fortunately, she wasn't hurt. The father remains in critical condition, but is expected to survive.
An animal rescue in Macomb County is overwhelmed after the son of an animal hoarder drops off hundreds of parakeets just before Christmas. Nick Monticelli shows us how other shelters are now coming together to take in the birds and get them the help they need to survive.
I'm going to take some liberties here and say things have not gone to the dogs. They have definitely gone to the birds.
We thought it was a couple, so we thought it was 60 to 80. When I got there, she had well over 450.
Ann Jewett is one of the owners of JoJo's Flying Friends in Washington Township. It's a pet shop and a bird rescue. This all started a few weeks ago when a son went to help clean his father's hoarder's home and found all these.
Started with 1 or 2 birds, and they kept breeding, and it got overwhelming.
So he surrendered some, about 450. Then last week, brought back another round.
To my understanding, we're up to 837.
You heard right, 837 parakeets were surrendered, now being taken care of by several different rescues, including JoJo's. And surprisingly, most are pretty healthy. Even the babies.
Some of them have eye infections that we're clearing up. The babies are thriving. They're doing awesome. Hand feeding's going great.
So again, we have all of these birds because there was a whole lot of mating going on inside of that hoarder's house. So we don't need any more birds. All of these are females. All the males are separated and tucked away. Adoption for all of them is the plan come January 23rd. That information will be posted on their Facebook page.
We're going to try to make the best fit for the bird. So as the people come in, we'll see if they're a great fit for the bird because, you know, each person is different.
In Washington Township, Nick Monticelli, Local 4.
All right, Nick. As you can imagine, feeding and taking care of more than 800 parakeets isn't cheap. The 3 rescues are hoping you might consider helping with the expense by either donating money or food and supplies that they need. We have information on how to help on our website, clickondetroit.com. In Highland Township, a search is underway for a post office arsonist.
Investigators say that a woman went inside the post office on Beach Farm, ignited paper in the lobby, and then put it inside a trash can. There's a reward of up to $5,000 from the Arson Prevention Reward Program via the Detroit Crime Commission for information leading to an arrest. There's also an additional $1,000 reward from Crime Stoppers. Anyone with information is asked to call 1-800-SPEAK-UP.